Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Hema and today's video is one of the highly requested video ever. It's an update on my Japanese towel method that I have tried a while ago. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put the link right above here so you can check it out. In this video, I'm going to answer all the frequently asked questions as well as an update whether I continue this method or not. So let's get right into it. First of all, a huge shout out to all those who tried this method and came back to give me an update that this method have worked out for you guys. So thank you so much. You not only made my day, you also inspired a lot of people who doubt whether this method is going to work or not. So thank you, thank you, thank you. One is the science behind this method. I'm going to just read out what I researched from the internet. So the Japanese physician who invented this towel method discovered the science behind the weight loss is that any extra layer of fat around the belly is a result of misalignment of your pelvis. So by placing a towel behind your back, the method is said to help correct the posture by aligning the spine and your pelvis, preventing the fat from accumulating in the abdominal area, and reduces the weight lines after a period of time. I feel the belly fat is the toughest one to reduce. By distributing the fat around the belly to other parts of the body, I think it's a little bit easier to reduce the weight. As most of you know, I am a registered nurse, so safety is my number one priority. So I want to address this and emphasize this very, very clearly. If you have any chronic back pain, like chronic in the sense you've been having like a disc issues or like a pinched nerves or anything like that, please do not attempt this because this is a very, very odd position to stay on for a while. So first check with your doctor. I'm thinking about my daughter. Okay, first check with your doctor. And number two is if you have any type of surgery recently in the sense the last 6 to 8 months, please do not do this exercise. Again, check with your doctor. You can check with your daughter too, that's fine. But definitely check with your doctor before attempting this. And some people experience some pain, and some of you asked if they would develop a pain after doing this method. In my opinion, no. And a lot of my friends and family tried this and they did not have any pain either. In fact, this actually strengthens your back muscle. So my husband, my mom, and everybody else actually do this exercise to get relief from the pain. This actually helps with the back pain. That being said, if you have back pain when you do this method, you have to stop and do some lower back stretches before continuing this method. So I have my mat ready, and I'm going to show you what you can do to do some stretches before starting this method. This is going to be exercise number 1. Stand with your legs hip width apart, raise your arms, bend at the waist, and then try to touch your toes without bending your knees. You can do this 10 to 15 counts. Do it slowly and deliberately and feel the stretch in your back. This is exercise number 2. Stand with your legs a foot apart, join your hands and then start twisting towards the other side. Again, do it slowly and feel the stretch on your back as well as torso. You can do this again 10 to 15 times. This is exercise number 3. This is more like a stretch rather than an exercise. Bend at the waist and dangle your hands below your knees. you should feel a really good stretch in your back. And you can do this for a few seconds or maybe a few minutes. This is the last stretch. Lay down on the floor. Fold one of your knees, bring it towards your chest. Hold it with your hands. Feel the stretch and lay there. And then do the same thing on the other leg. You can do this for a few seconds and then do for both legs at this time. Hug your knees towards your chest. Now gently rock side to side. That's it. This should be good. I will also show you how to get out of this method after doing this, like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes or 15 minutes after doing this, how to safely come out of this posture. When you're done, bend your knees, turn towards one side and take out the towel. Another method is bend at your knees, raise your hip and pull out the towel. One of the first questions I always get asked is if I continue this method and if I did lose any weight. And yes, I did continue for 1 whole month and I lost 7 pounds altogether. So I started with 139 pounds and then I ended up with 132 and I stopped because I was happy with my weight. And after that, life happened. I went on vacation after a long time and things like that, and I stopped. And I'm still doing that method, but not every day, but I am doing that in order to just maintain my weight. Another very common question is when to do this method and how long to do it, and whether we need to do this on an empty stomach in the morning. Honestly, I did whenever I could find time. I sometimes did it in the morning, sometimes I did it in the afternoon, sometimes in the night, just before going to bed. It doesn't matter as long as you do it consistently. And just like any other yoga method or exercise method, if you do it early in the morning, I think that's like the best thing to do. If not, just don't do it right after eating food. So if you're eating lunch, just wait for like 30 minutes or 1 hour after that you do this method. And how long to do it? It honestly at your comfort level. So if you feel that you can do 3 minutes, do 3 minutes, 5 minutes, do it 5 minutes. And another question asked is during periods, if you can do this method during periods. I would say why not, because this is a very natural method, just like any yoga or exercise. So if you're comfortable, by all means, go ahead and do it. Another very related question is, can we do this right after giving birth or after delivery, or when can we start doing this method? I would say wait at least 10 months to 1 year, because your body took that much time to accommodate the baby, right? So take it slow, enjoy your motherhood, don't be in a hurry to do it. Of course, you can do other exercises like, walk or a brisk walk or maybe yoga or something like that. But for this, it's a very hard position, so try not to do it right away, maybe around, like I said, 1 year. When you do start, please take your time and do it slowly. You know your body more than anybody else. So take it slow, start with 2-3 minutes, and then as per your comfort level, gradually increase. And can we do this while trying to get pregnant? Yes, just like I said, it's a very natural method, just like a yoga or exercise, so you can definitely do it as long as you're comfortable. Another very common question is a diet. If I followed any diet, do I need to follow any diet when we do this method? Honestly, I did not observe any diet at that time, but I don't usually overdo anything. I don't restrict myself when I want to eat something, but at the same time I don't go overboard. And I also observed vegetarian diet. I don't know if that helped. I would say do not go overboard with your food when you're doing this, especially if you want to lose more weight quicker. I would definitely suggest do some diet as well, because the way we lose weight is 80% food habits and then 20% is what we do physically. So definitely go for diet if you want to lose weight faster. And another thing I noticed when I was doing this method is around 2 to 3 days, I started to feel very thirsty. So I started drinking water like crazy. And that was like a very distinct feeling because I don't usually reach for water that often. So definitely it helps me. When I drink more water, it naturally reduces the portion, the amount of food I eat. It also helped me with my cravings. Another important question is, same results for everybody? No, just with any other exercise or yoga, the results depend on your body type and your body metabolism rates. For example, for me, it took about 7 days. For my sister, it took about 10 days. My another sister who is vegan, I don't know if it's because of that, but she started seeing results in about 5 days. And for my mom, it took about 2.5 weeks. So it definitely works, but the key word here is consistency. So you have to do it regularly. So if you start doing it, of course your body will go back to your original state, then you have to start doing it all over again. And another question a lot of people asked was, can we do this method on a regular towel, or what is the measurements? In the original method itself, they asked for a turkey towel, towel like this. But if you do not have a turkey towel, you can use a bed sheet, but make sure that the measurements are correct. Width needs to cover your back comfortably, the whole thing. That's it. I would like to emphasize a very important point here, that is our body-mind connection. So there are a lot of researchers that scientifically proved that our body believes what our mind says. So if you're going to start off with a very negative attitude that, oh, it's not going to work, guess what, it's not going to work. And so I would suggest that try to have some faith in this method, and then be very consistent, and be positive when you start this method, because you're not going to lose anything other than your belly fat, hopefully. And that's it for today. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell symbol so that you can get a notification for my other videos. And I will see you guys very soon in a different video. Until then, smile and stay happy. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye. Follow me on Instagram as well as Facebook. See you there.